Alright guys, so yeah, it's another pickups video from me. I think that's 3 in a row. That's got to be some kind of record. I don't do many pickups videos, but it just so happens that I picked a few things up lately, and sporadically also, so they warranted separate videos. Aren't you lucky? Let's have a look at the stuff that I got, as is per tradition with one of them pickup type videos. Now listen, I've just done about a 100-mile round trip to Sutton Coldfield from Nottingham on the say-so of one X-File 2708. That's right, Marcus gave me a tip-off of a cool retro stocking game shop in Sutton Coldfield. It's about 45 miles away from where I live. I got there to discover that it closed down 8 months ago. Gutted. So yeah, roughly 100 quid round trip to find the shop wasn't there. And that wasn't the only place that I was disappointed with today as well. I also went up to Mansfield looking for another shop that I found off Yell, couldn't find it. There was another one, I think Sutton Ashfield. Few places that I've been to. Basically, don't trust Yell. Do not trust Yell if you're looking for retro game stockists. It's not very up to date on Yell. Of course, that being the internet equivalent of Yellow Pages. So guys, if anybody knows like a more up to date kind of reliable directory of retro stocking game stores in the Midlands, then let me know, because I've just spent all day basically pissing around from town to town trying to find places and didn't find a single fucking thing. I did find one cool place, and I'm forgetting where that was now, because I've been to several towns today. If I remember details being the low bar, but it still didn't stock retro. It was just a cool indie store that I went to, so it's not even worth talking about anyway. Although I did pick up one game from there, and that was Destiny. Got it for 40 quid. Told the guy Tesco's doing it for 40, so come on, you know, sort us out. So he did it for 40 quid. I was hesitant. I had a bit of a rush of the blood to the head today and decided to get it anyway. A friend of mine's already on it, so at least I can have some cool multiplayer action. Yeah, the initial reviews that are coming through are pretty negative, but people haven't given it time to marinate. It seems like it's, you know, kind of a massively multiplayer online, some kind of online thing. It's mainly all about the multiplayer, so it needs time, I think, to develop and to get into it. So people were disappointed the first few days. I'm going to give it a chance. Bungie, come on! As if Bungie are going to make a shit game. I'm thinking those early reviews are jumping the gun a bit. This cannot be a bad game. It's Bungie, come on. Anyway, Destiny, we shall see. It's currently installing now, very slowly. So I thought I'd come make a video whilst I'm doing it. So Destiny, 40 quid. Not often that I get a game at release at full price. I trust Bungie. Halo is a series that I have quite often gone out and got the game on launch at full price. So we shall see. Right, some other pickups that I got from Cash Generator. I got Resistance 2 for the PS3. That's 4 quid, as you can see. Resistance 2, pretty bog standard kind of shooter, first person shooter, but I think it's quite well thought of, this series. I certainly haven't played this one, so you know, it's got aliens in it and stuff. So I do like I do prefer first person shooters that are a little bit out of the ordinary, or you know, a little bit with a fantasy edge to them. I think that's one of the reasons that I enjoy Halo so much. I tend to steer away from the kind of more gritty, realistic war army shooters. I think I like things that are a bit more fantastical. So Resistance 2, I'm sure I'll enjoy that. What have we got here? Now, I got Far Cry 3. I did already own this, but the last Xbox that I had, when it went kaput, and I took it in to get it fixed, I ended up getting it exchanged for a new model, and the disc was still in the tray of the old console and never got that disc back. So I found Far Cry 3 for 3 quid. Don't mind paying 3 quid to get it back in the collection so I can finish it, because I never did actually finish it. Stellar title, and that's down to about 3 quid now. Picked that up, awesome game and lots of fun. Okay, another game that I previously owned but had to get back because I don't know where it went. I think I must have lent it to someone, I don't know, but Darksiders 2, again for 3 quid, absolute steal, cracking game. Finished the first one, played 10-20 minutes of the second one, and then somehow lost it. So it's back with me, Darksiders 2, happy to have that back. Right, a game that I've never owned before, surprise surprise. Okay, Shellshock 2. Lots of sequels in this pickups video. Shellshock 2 Blood Trails for £3. Yeah, zombies, shooting, spookiness. Sounds like a good combination to me. Anybody played this? Let me know what you think of Shellshock 2. So that's there. Right, what else we got here? Skate 2 for £5. The Skate games, 2 and 3 especially, been holding their price for a long time, and it's been annoying. I've had Skate 2 in the collection on the shelf, but it was severely scratched. Shouldn't have picked it up when I did. It was off a car boot sale for £1 or something. I thought I'd take a risk on it, and it's just too badly scratched to get fixed. So I bought it again for £5. Right. I went to Matlock Bath as well, which is a beautiful little town in Derbyshire. Matlock Bath, very famous for all the bikers. Bikers go there a lot. And went round hippie shops and charity shops and found the first genuine charity shop bargain discovery in a long time for me. In honour of Tootie and Woodlin and all those other alcoholics, I see your pint and I raise you one of these. I know that wasn't a pint, leave it. Right, yeah, first genuine charity shop bargain find in ages. I was quite excited to see these games. One of them I think I made actually a little bit of a mistake on. I picked up, first of all, in that charity shop for £1, Street Fighter EX 2 Plus Platinum Edition. Now, when I first saw this and grabbed it for £1, I was already a little bit excited by the other game that I haven't shown you yet, and I just kind of spotted this kind of near it, and I just spotted Street Fighter. Didn't realise that it was in the Street Fighter X series though, which is that slightly lame early polygon but on a 2D plane Street Fighter game. So it's, you know, a lot of the Street Fighter games are quite collectible and desirable. The EX series, probably the least desirable Street Fighter series. So unfortunately I made a little bit of a hasty mistake on picking that up, but it's whatever, it's a Street Fighter game still. Not one of the better ones, but I got it for £1. But this game, apparently it had just come into the shop because it was actually on the counter in a stack of games that hadn't been put on the shelf yet. And that kind of luck just never happens to me. That doesn't ever happen. And I'm not one of these that has the wherewithal to actually ask about games that have just come in, like a lot of you guys do, and it's a very clever thing to do. I should start doing that. But yeah, this was on the counter, not been priced up yet. So for £1 from a charity shop in Matlock Bath, out in the sticks, I got Final Fantasy VI. Now I've got 7, 8 and 9, and now I have 6. Now of course this is sort of a re-release. I think it originally came out on the Super Famicom, is that right? It got a bit of a later release on the PS1, because as you can see it contains a demo disc for Final Fantasy X on the PlayStation 2. So of course this game got released quite late on in the PS1's life, but it is there. I finally got a release there, Final Fantasy VI for £1 from a charity shop, and it's all in really good nick. I'll probably swap the case out to get one that's a little bit better condition, but yeah, manual, demo disc and main disc and all the rest of it. So quite happy with that for £1 from a charity shop. Last pickup, very excited about this. Now a lot of you will know that my favourite console is the Sega Mega Drive, or at least my most nostalgic console is the Sega Mega Drive, and on that console there's a certain group of games that I've been trying to collect, and that's the RPG set, specifically the English language RPG set for the Mega Drive and for the Mega CD. I believe I now have a complete set of official releases in English language of RPGs for the Mega Drive and Mega CD, and I'm going to be doing a video about that sub collection fairly soon. This game isn't technically included in that category because this is aftermarket release in the same way as Pierre Solar. This came out a couple of years before Pierre Solar, in fact maybe a few years before, and it's supposed to be a pretty cool RPG, but it isn't included in what I would say is the full official release of English language RPGs. Anyway, without further ado, it's Beggar Prince. Beggar Prince there. This is put out by Super Fight Team in I think it was 2005. As you can see there, they've designed their own artwork, obviously, like in the old style. And interestingly, it has Mega Drive and Genesis at the top instead of just one of them. That's obviously because it plays on all region consoles. So Beggar Prince for the Mega Drive and Genesis. Now this game I've been watching and trying to get hold of for a long time. As you can see, pretty standard RPG fare. Looks pretty damn sweet to me. It's exactly right up my alley. But anyway, yeah, so this game I've been trying to get for a long time. When I first started watching it a few years ago, it was going for around 50 quid, 60 quid. And it just kept going up and up and up, and I didn't want to pay ridiculous money for it. I'd watched an auction of this twice, and it hadn't sold at about 100 quid. And the guy relisted it a third time, put it on for 90 quid, or best offer. Put a best offer in at 75 quid. To my surprise, he actually accepted it. So then the game came, and I've discovered that after it was delivered that there was actually a bit of a chip out of the bottom corner, as you can see there. Bit of a chip off the plastic case there. Now the insert is fine, everything else is fine, just a chip off the plastic box there. It was listed as like new. And I did a bit of a shady thing. I opened the case up, said to the guy, look, gives a bit of a refund. You listed it as like new. You didn't declare any damage. It is damaged. It was packaged superbly, and the little missing piece was not in the box. So this didn't happen before transit. This didn't happen during transit, rather. It definitely happened before it got sent out. And anyway, the end of the story is I got a tenner off. Got a 10 quid discount. So Beggar Prince for 65 quid is a really good price these days. Like I said, aftermarket RPG. I will include it in the RPG set video, but it's not, you know, an official release. So because there's actually two other aftermarket release RPGs out there that I haven't got, and that I would have to pay through the teeth for, because they're getting ridiculously rare these days. And that is The Legend of Wukong, and another one that's a name I can't quite remember off the top of my head at this minute. But The Legend of Wukong, another RPG aftermarket release on the Mega Drive, is based on the Journey to the West fable, which is the monkey magic story. You know, Monkey, Pigsy, Sandy, Tripitaka, you know, the 70s Kung Fu TV series, and lots of films been made about it. I think Dragon Ball Z is loosely based on it as well. Lots of things get their inspiration from the Journey to the West story. Damon Albarn and his Gorillaz pal did an opera of it recently. Lots of stuff. One of China's main, you know, folklore tales. So The Legend of Wukong is one I really want to get, but you ain't going to get that for probably not going to get it for under 100 quid unless you're really lucky these days. Another one, which is something like Star Odyssey or something, I can't remember, that's rare as well. So anyway, I've rambled along on for too long there, so that's my pickups, and the next video quite likely will not be a pickups video. 4 in a row, that would just be mental. Alright guys, see you later.